or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal. So nice to have you. For today's video, you guys, I'm so excited. It's a little bit later than I planned, but we have finally my collab with another creator here on YouTube. She is the sweetest. Her name is Heather, otherwise known as MascarasAndMixers here on YouTube. She has an amazing channel full of tons of beauty and makeup content, just like me. She actually has over 185 videos that if you want to go binge watch them after this, she would absolutely love that. She is so fun and her videos are really awesome, you guys. I'm definitely going to be linking her in the description box below. So once you watch my video, why don't you head on over and check hers out. Give her a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You know, a like and a comment for engagement. We love supporting other creators here on YouTube, and let's just get on into the video. So we had so many different ideas. Like we're kind of ping-ponging off each other, trying to figure out what we wanted to do. And for the longest time, you know, I've been talking about wanting to kind of make like a subset of my collection, like products where I would kind of put things in and put things out, and where I could really get some more use out of products instead of just using them, you know, once or twice for a video. So I was like, and she has a huge collection just like me, and I'm sure just like a lot of you guys out there. So we decided to do the one makeup bag. Like, what if we only had one makeup bag? So we had to pick all the products that we would use on a daily basis with the cash that they had to fit into a makeup bag. Now, we didn't like set any like super strict standards on the size of the bag, so we definitely could have cheated and used like a great big one. They make huge cosmetic bags, right, like the train bags and stuff, but you know, I wanted to keep it real. So if we went back in time to, I'd say like February of 2020, before me, I'm talking in the third person, before I was doing YouTube and before I accumulated all this makeup, I had one makeup bag, and this was said actual makeup bag right here. I think it's the cutest. I think I got it at like Rite Aid Pharmacy. I just love the little cat with the sun, like the little glasses on. In fact, when I was going through like a phase where I was going to be a painter, I actually made like a painting of this cat and I gave it to one of my favorite people in the whole world. I doubt he watches this channel, but he has that painting and it turned out so good. I've never had a painting turn out that good. But anyways, I've taken everything back out of this so that I could kind of organize it into, you know, like different categories, because like I tried filming this video first with everything inside and I was like, this is gonna take forever, like, and it's gonna make all sorts of noise, like digging through and pulling products out. So this is the best way. So basically, I'm gonna go through, show you everything that's in my bag, and then I'll put it in here, and then at the end, I'll show you that everything fits nice and neat. And in fact, we have a little bit of extra room. So I feel like I did really good at this challenge. If you are another creator here on YouTube and you wanna do the one makeup bag challenge, I guess that's like kind of what I'm gonna call it. Please, let's like make a playlist and add to it. I think it's really fun, especially for those of us that have these huge collections. Really like narrowing it down into like products that we know and love and that work really well together. I just think it'd be a really fun idea. So dig out your old makeup bag if you still have it and put together. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a like or dislike if you don't like this content, you know, let me know. And then comment for engagement. Let me know, what are your ride or die products? Like, what could you not live without if you had to give up your makeup collection and only have a handful of select products? Let me know, because I am always on the hunt for something new and wonderful that makes me feel beautiful. So let's jump right on in and get started. Starting with primers, of course I had to put in here a little SPF, because SPF is your BFF, and I do not leave the house without sunscreen. Sometimes if I'm gonna be like having my windows open and the sun coming in, I even wear sunscreen in the house. I know it's a little bit like crazy and my kids get after me and my boyfriend makes fun of me, but that's the reason why I don't look my real age. It's because I don't go out in the sun, I don't get sunburnt, and I am always using SPF. Even if your foundation products have SPF in them, it's really good to also wear a separate SPF, because usually the SPF level in foundations is much lower than what you actually really need. So yeah, this one is one of my favorites. This is the Fenty Skin. I really like this one because it is super lightweight. I feel it works really well under makeup. I do have combo to oily skin. Like by the end of the day, I will be really shiny, but I do tend to get dry patches around like the outer part of my face. This one is, I believe, SPF 30. Yes. SPF 30. I do have ones that are higher, but you know, as far as like on a daily basis, if I'm going to be running errands, you know, out for 4 or 5 hours, I feel like this one does pretty well for me. Like I said, it plays well under makeup. It's lightweight. It doesn't feel super thick, which is really nice. And the smell is amazing. Then I have 2 different primers. So this one is just a small version of the First Aid Beauty. Let's see, and I drop it on the floor. It's the, and I can't reach it. It totally went under the desk. It's the moisturizing, like the coconut primer. Oh, I got it with my monkey toes. Hold on. Let's see if I can transport it up here. Look at that. So talented. I bet you didn't even know I was that talented. Okay. This is the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So I like to have a priming moisturizer, and I like to have like some type of like a pore filling. So I'll use this on like my whole face, just a nice like lightweight coating to make sure that, you know, I have some hydration in there for my makeup to stick to. And then I like to go in with something like this. I have several different of the same type. Shein makes a really good pore filling primer, their birthday skin primer, and it's like $6. This one was a little more spendy. I think this was like 20 something for the small size, and it's like 38 for the big one. This is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. And then of course, you know, e.l.f. makes a really good one for like $3. Tatcha has the one for like $56. They all essentially do the same thing. I take a little bit of this, warm it up between my fingers, and I put it where my pores are the biggest. So I feel like around my nose and like right here and like maybe right here and then right here on my chin. I don't know, Tati mentioned this Tarte one like a couple months ago, and so I've been using it ever since. And I really, really enjoy that one. And then in here also, for the last thing before I start my makeup, and I don't always use this, but if my eyes are feeling like pretty dry, because sometimes I'll get just really dry feeling here, or like dry patches here above my eye. So I have the Glam Glow Bright Eyes. I bought a ton of these. They were like in an Ipsy, and so I got like a lot of like 8 of them on Mercari. And so I just keep it in there. I just use a little bit of this. It has like a little bit of light reflecting shimmers in there, plus the moisturizing, so it really helps with dark circles. And again, it's a product that plays well under makeup, so really like those. So that's like what we're doing for like our pre-base. So I'm going to throw these guys into the bag, and we're going to keep going. So then we go into like actual, you know, color cosmetics. This one is one I just recently purchased, but I'm really enjoying it. This is the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I have the shade 1, Fair, and I'm actually not wearing it right now because I totally forgot to put it on. But let me just show you, because I didn't put on any sort of a highlighter. You can actually just take some like on your finger, and you can use it underneath to kind of give you an all over glow, or you can kind of dot it on top of your makeup as, you know, as like your highlighter. So I've been really liking this. I don't put it like in a thick layer at all. I use just a very small amount because, like I said, by the end of the day, usually especially if I'm moving around a whole lot, I'm going to be warm and I'm going to sweat and I'm going to get oily. But I just think, especially like around the parts where like my face is drier, it just gives a really nice glow to the skin. Plus, you know, the less powder products that you carry around, the less likely they are to break. So if I can use this product as, you know, for 2 different things, if it works for highlighting and it also works, you know, as part of mixing with my foundation for a nice dewy glowy base, I'm like all for that. Then for foundation, the one I chose, this was hard, like, because yes, I could have fit more than one in there, but I wanted to be as realistic as possible. So I wanted to be able to include everything, but I didn't want the bag to be stuffed to the brim full, so heavy that I really wouldn't carry that in a purse, you know what I mean? So this one is one I got, I'd say like a little over a month ago. This is the Uoma, and I probably say it wrong, Uoma Beauty by Sharon C. This is the Flawless IRL in real life. Skin Perfecting Foundation. This one is from Uoma Beauty. See, I always say that wrong. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. It's U-O-M-A. I don't know if it's Uma or Uoma. I don't know how to say it. Sorry. I wear the Fair Lady T1 with the blue lid. I really like this foundation. Everyone that's tried it has said it's very similar to like the not Walmart version, like the regular version that's more expensive. I find it really hard sometimes to get my undertone just right. I feel like I have some warmth in the skin, but I'm also definitely very pink undertone. I definitely have a lot of pink in my skin, and this one matches me perfectly. This is just like the light neutral shade, and I feel like, you know, I have my bronzer and I have my blush on and I have the lights on, but it's harder to see, but I definitely don't feel that my face is a different color than my neck or my chest, and like it seems like such an easy thing to do, but I seriously have, you'll see in my upcoming foundation declutter, I have bought so many of the wrong shade, it's not even funny. This one's very affordable. It's like 15 bucks. I think I paid $14.99 at Walmart. You get a full ounce of product, and it's an awesome foundation. Like, if I didn't know that this was drugstore, I wouldn't know it was drugstore. Then for my my concealers, I go a little bit bougier. So this is the Pat McGrath Labs, what is it, like, there's no writing on the tube itself. I think, oh gosh, of course, it's like tiny, tiny. The Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer / Corrector. Oh my gosh, that is a long name. I wear the shade L3. It's like the very light with some warm peach or something, I think is the description. This is a pricey concealer. I think it was like $32. But how it has like the concealer / corrector in the name, I find without being super cakey, it is thick enough that it covers my dark circles, so I don't necessarily have to use a separate color corrector. Another reason I chose this concealer over, like, say, my Kosas concealer, I love the Kosas one for under my eyes, but I don't use it, say, if I have like a blemish or like down my nose. I really only use that one for the eyes, and the Pat McGrath is one I feel I can use anywhere I would need concealer on the face, and so that's why I chose that one. Now, I also put a second one in here, which isn't cheating. It fits in the bag. This is the NARS Soft Radiant Concealer Pot. Is that what? Soft Matte Complete Concealer, sorry. I use the shade Light 2 Vanilla. Again, proving that I have no idea what color I'm supposed to get. I just get the one that I think matches. This one has more, like, I feel like some more of a, like a pinky undertone than the warm. I think it's just like a neutral shade is the description of it, but I find like NARS, to me, NARS based products either are very like yellow leaning or very pink leaning, and there's not really a whole lot of actual neutral. So this one actually works really, really well for me, and I like to use this one both under the eyes. I find like getting it on my fingers, warming it up, and dabbing it underneath my eyes makes it covers really well without being super thick. But this one's also really awesome on like blemishes, or you can even use this one, like I'll use it on the lid for an eyeshadow base sometimes. Like it's really something that you can use in a variety of different ways, and that's why I really love it. Also, I really like this one to go in and like kind of clean up under the brows, or if I get the eyeshadow too high, like I get a little carried away blending, this one works really, really well for that. So those are my like base products. Put those in the bag. I feel like this video is going to be so long. I hope Heather's is just as long as mine. Okay, so next I'm going to go into what I chose for blush and for bronzer. So for blush, I went with something like a little bit bigger because I was like, how do you narrow it down to one blush? And I really honestly couldn't. But then I remembered I recently got this. This is the NARS Cheek Palette. It is the Basic Instincts one. Hold on, I feel like I have the hiccups. I hope it passes. Last night I woke up at like 1 a.m. with the hiccups, and I had them for like a half an hour and I could not go back to sleep. They literally shooketh my entire body. It was awful. So I showed you guys this palette in a video. We get 4 blushes in here. We get 2 kind of like sparkly blushes and then 2 matte blushes. When we have like just a variety of different like pink tones, so there's something for every mood, something to match every eye look. Well, not every, but definitely a better variety than just having to choose one, so I really like that. Also, I feel like it's made really nice and sturdy. I trust the packaging. I trust like the clasp that it's closed, so I don't think we're gonna have any like casualties with the powders inside, unless I like really like dropped my bag hard or something. And then for bronzer, I had to go with this one. I have so many different cream bronzers and everything, but I was trying to think, okay, ease of use if I was literally on the go or in my car or whatever. Plus, I just really love the finish on this. This is the Huda Beauty Glowish, Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. I have 01 Light. This is what it looks like. It's not shimmery by any means, but it's definitely not like a flat matte. It has a nice just, I don't know, like sheen to it. I really like the way that it makes my skin look. I feel like I look really healthy and sun-kissed when I like wear it without it being, I can't really overdo this one. There's a lot of bronzers that I can overdo really quickly and go from like good to like not good in 2 seconds. And this one is, it's sheer enough, but it can be built up, and I just think it looks beautiful on everyone that I've seen it on. So really love that. So that's for blush and bronzer. Oh my god, I just clicked it open and then clicked it shut. Okay, those are in there. Now let's see, what should we do next? What would I should have started, I wanted to start with eyes, but I wanted to keep that for like last. So I'm gonna just jump over to eyebrows. How about that? Let me share my eyebrow secrets with you. Now, you guys know, if you've been around this channel, I really don't most of the time do a whole lot with my eyebrows. I am lucky enough to be blessed with nice, thick, natural eyebrows, but I do have spots where sometimes they just don't like to grow, or like for some reason the hairs decide to like grow opposite, and I have like the Star Trek, like what is it, something and prosper, you know, like they'll do that right here. So when I have that happen, I definitely have been loving this. This is just the lift and, yeah, it is. It's a lift and snatch from NYX. This is their brow tint pen. This has been getting a ton of hype. It went viral, like I'd say in the last, like, what, 5 months or something on TikTok and everything. I have the shade Ash Brown, which may sound really dark. And if I was to go through my entire brow with this, it definitely would make my brows appear much darker than they are. But my actual hairs are pretty dark. So what I do is I just take this, and all I would do is I would go in, see right here, I'm hoping you guys can see it, but like that spot where it just doesn't right now want to grow in, and I just kind of like lightly draw in some little hairs in that open spot, see? And then also on this side, but I'm not even gonna mess with it right now. I need to go get my brows done. Like over here, this eyebrow has just never been the good eyebrow. It's like the, you know, redheaded step eyebrow, and I just can't do anything with that. But so this is for drawing in the individual hairs, and then this, I really like a lightly powdered brow. I've tried so many pencils, and I own so many different pencils, and like, I don't know, I don't like the way it looks. I think especially when like my hair is lighter, and because I'm so fair, sometimes that can make my eyebrows look really harsh. So I was using just whatever eyeshadow palette that I was using. I would use like the brown or light brown shadow in there. But I recently came across this one from e.l.f. It is the e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I got this at Ulta. It was like $3 or $4. This is in light. And what it is, it comes with this little tiny cute little double-ended brush, which you can use this if you're on the go, or you can use, you know, your own eyebrow brushes at home. But we get like a pomade type situation over here, but it's not as dark as it looks. It's just a very like, I can't even show you, but like a wax type thing over here, and then we have the light brow powder over here, and it looks light, but by the time, you know, you brush that powder through your eyebrows, it just fills in like the background, and so without like making my eyebrows appear any darker, they just look nice and full with no like gaps or anything in between. So I'll go in usually with just the powder. Sometimes I'll use the wax, but most of the time I don't. I just use a little bit of powder through there, go in with the lift and snatch on the spots that are really missing hairs, and then I like to go through, I have several of these as well. I chose this one just because it is, again, a product that can be used 2 ways. This is the e.l.f. X Gen Atkin, let's see, hair and brow pomade is what they call it. So I really like the brush on this. Mine's gross because, you know, if you do your brows after you have your makeup on, it's gonna get kind of nasty. But then okay, let me show you again. Really love the comb on there. And then once you got the powder in and you've got your little lines filled in, you just go through this. It's not really like ABH Brow Freeze or something that's gonna like lift and hold them up, but it just gives this nice little like clear coat to them. Gets, you know, any of like the super dusty like powder off the top. It's gonna make that go away. and just give you like, you know, a little bit of a bushel appearance to them. But the coolest thing about it, if you're like me and like you're constantly like putting your hair up or back or in a ponytail, and you have like those stray hairs that just go everywhere, this doubles as that kind of a product where you can go through. I don't want to put it in my hair. Well, you're not gonna be able to tell anyway, but you can just comb this through like on the top of your ponytail, and all those little like hairs that are flying everywhere, it tames those flyaways. And this was like $6, $5-6. And this is a really, really awesome product. Ignore the fact that once you use it a few times, it's definitely not gonna be clear, because the little bits of your foundation, brow powder, whatever, are going to go back in the tube. But this is a really awesome product, and I really like that I can do multiple things with it. So that's definitely one of my favorites. So that's what we have for brows when I do them. Sometimes I'm just don't do them at all. It depends on like where I'm going, what the day is, all that stuff. Then let's go to face powders. So I have, this was a little bit of a cheat. I do have bigger loose powders, but I found this baby one, and I think a lot of times we get these as samples or whatever, and these are the ones that I would genuinely carry in a makeup bag, like in my purse. This one just happens to be the one size powder. This is an amazing powder. I really love it. I don't really like bake anymore, like per se, but I do like to go in. I'll just take like a sponge, dip a little bit on there, and then just press that in, especially like right under my eyes and like right around my nose here where I tend to get sweaty, and then like here on my chin. If I went like a little like crazy with the cream bronzer, I'll also sometimes go in and like, you know, if I need to like fix my line down my face, like if I brought my if I brought my bronzer, I was gonna say, I don't know what I was gonna say, but if I bring it down too low, then I can go with the powder and like clean that up. This is a really nice one, but definitely like any loose type of fine powder would work, you know. And then this one is my bougie best friend. This one, Teresa is Dead, got me into. This is the Chantecaille, Flower Power, but it's really the perfect blur finishing powder. This stuff's like 80 something bucks. I got it because of Teresa, but the packaging, you guys, I've talked about before, is so cute. They're actually like raised little plastic flowers. Just reminds me of like the 60s, late 60s and 70s. This is what it looks like inside. It's a beautiful powder. I just go in, I'll just show you real quick. So I just go in with this usually like right here in the middle, and then I'll like sweep under my eyes, of course, and like around the base of my nose, and then again like right here, like right where I put that pore primer. So right where my pores are the biggest worry, that's where I put my powder. I don't like to have like a really powdery looking face, so I just put it where I need it. Love that one, but there are definitely more affordable options out there. Like the No. 7 finishing powder, that one's like 14 bucks. That one's amazing. It's like a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. The Maybelline makes a really good banana powder that I actually use for under my eyes too. Hailey's Beauty makes a really nice like loose finishing powder. It's like a dupe for the Laura Mercier one, and of course Laura Mercier is a great powder too. So that's all stuff we could talk about in another video. I'm getting a little sidetracked and I apologize. Let's get back to the last powder in my makeup bag today, and that is this one from Essence. I love this powder. This is the Essence High Beauty. This one has hemp seed oil in it. It's a matte finish. It's a vegan for all you vegans out there. It's nice, and it's a pressed powder, which I really love. It did have the imprint of a pot leaf on it, which I don't know if you can see it. I don't know, it's neither here nor there, but like the teenage stoner in me thought it was really cool. What I love about this powder, you guys, is it helps, as you can see, it has like a slight green tint to it. And so as like during the day I carry it with me, and as I get sweaty or I get oily, I can take this powder, I can put it on my brush, I can put it where I need to touch up and kind of mattify. And then because when I get warm, like I turn so pink, that little bit of green in there, helps counteract like the pink in my skin, and it really helps with like a little bit of color correction during the day. And this is like another product that's like $4 or $5, and it's definitely a staple. You can definitely tell that, like, you know, it's a product that I use and love. And I've had this one for probably 3 months, and the components still going strong. I know a lot of times people say with the cheaper products that the components break easily, and sometimes that's the case, but with this one, I feel like this is a really good one, and it definitely has survived many trips in and out of my purse. So I would highly recommend that one. So here are my 3 powders, and they're going into the bag. Oh my gosh, what should we do next? Like eyes or lips? I'm going to go ahead and go with lips. I'm going to make you wait for last for the eyes. So for the lips, I have several products, because if I am only living out of this makeup bag, I feel like I had to have a variety. I feel like I love my Rephr brushes, but they do shed, and I feel like I already have a mustache Rephr. Cut me some slack and quit shedding. Ugh. I hate when you can like not see the hair, but you can feel it. It's the worst. Okay, so we're gonna start with lip liners. So I picked 2, which was really hard because I didn't realize just how many lip liners I had. This one is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil. These are great. This is in the shade Ashton. I think this was one of the colors that recently went out in their clearance, and I really hope they're not going to stop making it. Luckily, I have quite a bit left of mine, but this is a nice cool tone brown without being too dark of a brown. So I really love like a nude lip with the brown, you know, like the little bit darker like contour lip line. But I don't like being fair. It's hard for me to pull off like a really dark brown. I don't know. It's just not the look for me. It's never been the look for me. It almost makes me look like I'm trying really hard to like be goth or something. It's hard when you're fair skinned to use a dark brown like that. And I find like this is my perfect brown. Let's see if I can, I don't know if it's going to show up over the lipstick that I'm wearing. Not a lot, but you can see like definitely see the cool tone in it. I just really love this pencil. I hope they're not going to stop making it because I love this for a nude lip. And then this one is just the MAC Subculture. I really prefer, I have some of the like dial up, you know, like the twist up lip liners. The Huda Beauty one, the Lip Contour 2.0 is really, really nice. I almost put that in here, but I don't know, there's just something about a pencil liner that I'm old school, I guess. So I use the Subculture. It's just a nice nude light pink, and I'll use that for any sort of like light pinky lips, or if I'm just wearing a lip gloss. So I have 2 different lip liners, a pinky one and like a cool tone like light beigey brown. Then the first lip product I put in here, this one is another Uma Beauty by Sharon C. This is my favorite lip stain that I have tried. These are $6 at Walmart. This is in the shade Softy. It's just a nice nude light pink. And like when you first put it on, it's like really like your lips but better. But as it dries, it does like get a little bit darker, but definitely not too dark. I think I have 2 colors in these. I also have, what is this one, like Boss Babe or something? Oh, Mischief. I was like, what the heck does that say? This one is like a much like more like dark red. This is the one when I ordered it online, they sent me this one on accident and then told me to keep it, but you can see the difference in them. I think this darker red one would be really pretty like going into fall. I'm not used to a dark lip, but I think it does look good on so many people, so I'm really anxious to kind of try that look this fall. Okay, bring it back, Crystal. I'm getting distracted. So this one is one I'd highly recommend. This is what I would put on if I was going to be going and doing something where I didn't have time to go back into my purse and do touch-ups, because that one is so long lasting. It definitely would leave a wash color on my lips for at least 8 hours. May need to be touched up, but you would know that you had something on your lips, so that's why I really like that one. With the Subculture, I really like using this. This is my favorite MAC lipstick. This is in the shade Blankety. It's just a very nice like nude type pink. It's definitely more like pink than like a beigey nude, but it's not overly pink. So when I put it on my lips, it's not like a bright Barbie or like baby doll pink. It's really nice, and I feel like it's definitely more like cool tone, so it's a little more like subdued. and they're pretty long lasting. But I mean, you're definitely gonna have to reapply like after you eat or, you know, drink if you're drinking out of a can or something. I couldn't not include this. This is my favorite Pat McGrath lip gloss. It's actually my favorite lip gloss formula just for the fact that it's not sticky. My hair doesn't get stuck in it. I really like the color too. It's definitely like much more of like a pinky shade. This is this is the Divine Rose. I wore this actually, I think in the last video where, no, I was wearing the pink hoodie. But I really, really love the Pat McGrath formula. I definitely didn't pay full price for this though, because her lip glosses, some of them are almost always 50% off. And I think that I paid 12 bucks for it. And it's definitely worth 12 bucks. Next, for another lipstick, I wanted to have 2 lipsticks and 2 glosses and a stain. So I had a nice variety. This is the Huda Beauty cream lipsticks, the ones that just came out like recently. I got mine in the shade Sweet Cheeks. It's actually what is on my lips today. I really like this one because again, it's more of like a cool tone. It's a little darker without being like too dark, and like you can definitely see that I have some color on my lips. The cream formula is really nice, super hydrating. I think they last a pretty like long time. I just love the color. I think it's really, really pretty. I was gonna get like Buttercup, like the lightest one, but I was like, Crystal, every time you order a lipstick, you get the lightest one. You have enough light color lipsticks, get something with some color, and I really like it. Really, really like that one. Would highly recommend it. And then I put in this little, I got this set at Christmas, and it was like all these little Tower 28 glosses. This is a really good lip gloss formula too. And bonus, it's little, so it fits in the bag. This is just their clear gloss. It's called Chill. If you haven't tried Tower 28 glosses, you're missing out. They're really, really nice, and they are not super sticky either. I normally can't, like prior to this, like I have so many ColourPop glosses and I love them and I think they're beautiful, especially this one. This one almost made the bag. This is Come Through. This is part of the Limoncello collection. Just look at the color. Like, that color is so freaking beautiful, but they're just a little too thick for me and a little too sticky, but they're gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. So if you are like me and you don't like your hair getting stuck in your gloss, or you don't like a thick gloss, definitely go with Pat McGrath or Tower 28. So those are my 7 lip products going into the bag. Oh my gosh, we're at 33 minutes. Hers is probably like 15 minutes long, and I am gonna like look crazy. Okay, so going into eye products, I didn't want to put too much in here because realistically, if I was doing my makeup on the go, probably wouldn't really use a glitter glue or an eye primer, but I wanted to include it so you could see which are like standouts for me. So I did include just the NYX glitter glue in case I wanted to like amp up my sparkle, or if I really had like the time to do that. And then I also included my NARS Tinted Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. I have the shade Light. It's just on like a doe foot like this. You just put the tiniest bit on and you can blend it out with a sponge or your finger or whatever. I find that this works really good under most eyeshadows. I don't have a problem with it. I have several other eye primers too, but this is kind of like the one I use the most, I guess. I have a couple jar ones. So besides like my NARS one, the matte complete concealer, I'll use that with my finger. And then I have like the Gerard's, the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. I really like that too, but I just don't like sticking my fingers into things, and this is one I can just swipe on the eye, so that's why I put it in there. So we got those in the bag. Definitely had to include this. I did use this today. This is I was raving about this in a couple of videos back. This is the Huda Beauty Life Liner Quick and Easy Liquid Eyeliner. I am so in love with this. This is just, it's a new release. It's $19. Usually I struggle with liquid eyeliners. I am wearing it today, just like a super thin line right in my lash line. I just went in like this from the bottom and went back and forth there just so I could give just a little more definition on the ends. It didn't go where I didn't want it to go. I don't know. I just really love, like, if I'm gonna wear eyeliner, I really want just that line to be nice and thin. and not chunky, and this is the first one I've ever had that really allowed me to have that much control over where my eyeliner went. And it dries down matte. It doesn't like get all over, so this is a 10 for me. If I could only ever buy one eyeliner again, it would be that one for sure. And then this one has really nothing to, it could work with like any palette. This is the KVD Dazzle Stick. This is in Hail Surge. It's just a nice glittery champagne. I have like a full face of KVD video, but I just kind of go in like this, rub my finger on it, and then just kind of, you know, like you can tap it on. Can you guys even see that? This is like the worst. Okay, I can see it. Let me show you on my finger. That's probably better. So it just gives a nice little sparkle. You can just like tap that right on there to give you a little bit of added shimmer. These are absolutely gorgeous, and it was like the easiest thing I could think of to put in a bag to have to add sparkle quick and easy. It already has like kind of like a balmy texture to it, so you don't necessarily have to use extra glitter glue with it. And I picked the color because I feel like the color can go with a variety of looks. Put that in the bag. Next, we're going to do mascaras, and I have two in here, and it's because I pretty much always will use two. I picked the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara, otherwise known as the tampon mascara, because it kind of looks like one of those tampons that you put in your purse to be discreet. I picked this one because I just really love, one, the formula, but two, just the brush is just so nice to get in and get every single, can I get close? Every single one of my bottom lashes, like even these ones over here that generally like kind of group together. This is my favorite lower lash mascara for sure. And then for upper lashes, I had to go with the Benefit They're Real Magnet Mascara. I want to clarify in case you guys didn't see my, I've got mustache sweat. If you guys did not see like my pinned comment on the video the other day where I tried that MAC mascara, I was so pumped when I put it on, but within a couple hours it was like literally flaking off all over the place and into my eyes, and like my lower lashes, like you couldn't even tell I had mascara on them. So I put a pinned comment in there. I was like, you guys, this mascara like did not work for me. After this many hours it crumbled off. So this one is a really good one. This is the Magnet Mascara. I did a review on this the first day it launched. I just love, like, this is one coat, and I feel like for me this is a really like good look, a good amount. I just put it on and then kind of go like this, and I feel like it gives my lashes really nice lift, separate, like you can definitely like see them. I don't know, it's just, Benefit's always been a great mascara. I like the They're Real, like the regular one too. I love Roller Lash. I love all of them, but at first this is, let me show you the wand in case you've never seen it. It's kind of like a hybrid between like a bristle wand and like the silicone wands that I hate, the ones that usually hurt my lashes. So I have to be careful not to get it too close to like the membrane right there, because it is spiky and it will hurt me. But if I just get it, you know, just close enough and in the right place, I love the look that it gives my lashes. The longevity is amazing, everything about it. Like I literally, when I was testing this out, I like wore it like during sleep and woke up and it still looked amazing. So highly recommend that if you get a chance to try this, you try it. And it's also available in a mini, so that's really cool. Throw that in there. Down to the last two products, you guys. Oh my god, we're only at 39 minutes. I'm sure I can edit this down a little bit for you guys. So the two palettes I chose in here, I wanted to have one like palettes that would fit inside the bag. Two, I wanted to just what I would wear on a daily basis, right? So like if we're going to do some crazy colorful eye look for a special event or to go with a certain dress or something, and then we're probably going to be like pulling from one that we have at home. Most of us don't carry around like giant eyeshadow palettes with us. But what I would carry with me on a daily basis or in my purse would be one that I would use, you know, want to go to work on a daily basis. Pretty like natural, like laid back colors for me, like nothing too over the top. Just if I was gonna go all out, then I'd probably use like more, you know what I mean? I would do it at home for sure. I wouldn't be using it out of a makeup bag. So I have two, and at like two different price points. So I have the Natasha Denona Mini Glam palette. This is only 25 bucks. I have the full size one too, and the colors I feel like are a little bit different, but we have, you know, our nice kind of like shimmery, like mid-tone or light tone, kind of brownish taupey color. We have a little bit of like a darker cream. We have a kind of shimmery taupe. We have our matte dark brown, and then we have a nice kind of champagne-y shimmer. To me, that's like the perfect one and done palette, easy eye look. Like, don't even have to think about it. Anyone can make an eye look out of this palette. Like I said, $25, perfect size to keep in a purse. And there's not too many choices, so no one's gonna get overwhelmed. I think it's really easy to put a nice look together. Then I had to go with this one. This one is actually, I think this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is from, oh my god, why I just totally spaced that for a second. This is from Kiko Milano. This is their Dolce Diva eyeshadow palette in 02 Sleek Mauve. This is what the packaging looks like. It is like cardboard, but it's really nice. It has like these gold kind of shiny things on the side here. And then inside, these are the colors. It definitely looks to me like a Charlotte Tilbury palette inside. And the colors are definitely similar. So we have, this is what is on my eyes today. We just have a nice like rosy tone pink. And we have our matte brown here for the outside. And then I went all over the lid with this kind of champagne-y shimmer. This one's a little more sparkly if you want to amp it up. And it's a little more like bronzy. If I was going to use this, I would also probably place this kind of between the lighter color and the brown here on the outer lid. And I'll just show you really quick because I just think it's so weird that I've never heard anyone talk about this. But here's the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and then there's the Kiko Milano one. I definitely feel like this is a dupe because this one's like 50 some odd dollars for this quad, and mine's like never worked right. Like this shade here was so hard panned after like one use, and you can tell like I did this Scotch tape thing trying to fix that, and it just never really fixed it. All it did was like eat away at my shadow. So wasn't that impressed with that quad, but this one I think I paid $16 for, you guys, and it's stunning. It's gorgeous. And I don't know, I've really enjoyed a lot of Kiko Milano products. So I have like a more like rosy tone look over here, and then more of like a, you know, goldy champagne bronzy glam look over here. I think that's a nice variety. And then plus I have the KVD stick if I want to add any like, you know, pizzazz to it. So yeah, that is all the products. So let me just show you really quick. Everything is inside my makeup bag. It closes, and you know, honestly, I even have like some extra room there. So I'm really proud of myself. I think this is a really great group of products. I'm probably going to keep this bag put together and kind of just use this for, you know, for the most part, unless I'm doing a video or something. And then we'll kind of go through, I'll put these products away, and we'll do like shop my stash and pick out new ones to put in here. Let me know if you think that's a really good idea, or if that's something that you would like to see, because I'm just trying to see what you guys would like, and I don't know unless you tell me. Make sure that you are, I would really appreciate it anyways if you went over to Heather's channel, Mascaras and Mixers. I am linking it in the description box. Go check out her video that she did with me on this collab. Subscribe to her channel, like her video, comment for engagement, all that stuff. You guys have been wonderful. I really appreciate you guys watching all my videos and supporting my channel. It means so much to me. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.